Right here, I've got the SIRUI 75mm and 16mm t1.2 Nightwalker lenses. This is my first time using these Nightwalker series lenses. I know that they came out, I don't know if it's like a year ago or something like that, but they have, I believe, like a 24, 35, and 50. Yeah, that sounds right. But I haven't used those lenses yet. And I've been kind of testing these in a bunch of different environments over the past couple weeks. And just to let you guys know, this video is going to be unscripted. It may not be the most comprehensive video on these lenses. I'm just going to kind of share what I think about these lenses, who I think that they're for, and what I think of them overall. And of course, I'll be showing some example footage as well. My name's Dustin, your video tour guide, and remember to keep your arms and legs inside your chairs at all times. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So just so you know, SIRUI did send me these lenses. I believe I get to keep them, but if they ask for them back, I would send them back. They say sample on them as well. So I don't know if they'll change when they're fully released. I know that they're gonna be having a Kickstarter on them as well. This video is kind of hard for me because I'm I don't really know exactly what to say about them because they've already been out, you know, those other three lenses for a while, and there's already kind of plenty of videos out there where people are talking about them and you can get a more maybe in-depth review of them. I also just want to preface something about me. I am not a pixel peeper. I'm not one that really cares a ton about ghosting or a bunch of those other kind of imperfections that lenses can have. But I do have some particular things that I want to say about these lenses. So let me start with just kind of the ergonomics of the lenses, the build quality, stuff like that. They've got some weight to them, but they're just very small. I love small, light lenses because of what kind of work that I do. I typically prefer to have smaller, just kind of more easier to store lenses. One of my complaints on the anamorphic series is that it's a T2.9, whereas these ones are a T1.2. Now that is Super 35 and those are full frame, but I noticed though when I'm using those that they're not very good for low light, obviously, because it's such a big difference in the stops, in the f-stop. As far as using these lenses though, it's been kind of hard to use them and kind of interesting just because I have such a wider kind of focal length, a 16 that's Super 35, and then a 75mm that's Super 35. So in regards to using them in a practical environment, I just haven't really used them as much as I would have liked. I've used them in a bunch of my YouTube videos and tried to get kind of more creative with them. Tonight, I'm also gonna be using them actually to film a band concert. You'll see some of that footage as well throughout the video, but since I'm kind of in a rush because NAB is in a couple days, then I'm leaving tomorrow actually for NAB. I'm not gonna have as much time as I'd like to really test these lenses out or give a full in-depth review in a more kind of practical environment. Sure, I could test them in my basement and really, do that, but it's just not really my style. I would rather use it in a real world shoot. The big question that I wanna answer in this video about these lenses is, who are these lenses for? Personally, would I buy them and do I recommend them? And what I would say to that is, it depends. Personally, for me, at this point in my career, these are probably not lenses that I would go out on my own and buy. Now, hold on. Don't leave the video and not go buy them. I'm coming up on about 14 years in my professional kind of experience. Ever since I started doing freelance work, I was doing freelance when I was 18. And at the time when I was kind of first starting off and I got my first camera, my first mirrorless camera, cine lenses were just much more expensive. And so we ended up just renting them most of the time on shoots because they're just didn't really make sense to own them unless you were going to rent them. So the person that I think these lenses are for are somebody who's not a beginner, but you want to learn and kind of understand what it's like to use a set of cine lenses. Because of the way they're priced, they're very affordable, and I think the image looks great. From what I have used them for, I think they're great. Are they perfect? No. Are they sharp? Yes, at most stops. Maybe at T1.2, they're not as sharp, but probably when you get to T2 and T2.8, they're much sharper. And now that they have this 16mm lens and they've got the 75mm lens, it's just kind of the perfect 5 lens set. If you are used to using photography lenses with autofocus and everything like that, and maybe you're trying to, you know, create some kind of short film for a project or just some kind of passion project, I think that these lenses are great for that. So I'm gonna interject real quick, because after using these lenses at this band concert that I was recording, I found myself actually using the SIRUIs more than I thought. I was just gonna get a few clips and stuff like that for the video, and I have a whole bag full of lenses, but then I decided that I really like the look of these things, so take that how you will. So let me just sum up everything, because I'm not great at doing these videos unscripted. I do much better if I have a script. But to sum everything up, what do I think of these lenses? I think they're great lenses for somebody who's trying to learn and just have experience using manual cine lenses. If you used cameras, but you would like to, you know, see what it's like using a follow focus, and maybe even attaching these to like a gimbal and use them with the new DJI LiDAR, but especially for what they're priced, I think that's who they're kind of targeting with these lenses, and I think they kind of knocked it out of the park. And now that you can get it in a full kind of more versatile set, they're worth looking into. I hope you enjoyed this video. These are gonna start off on Kickstarter with like a discounted price. I'll have a link down in the description. If the Kickstarter is over, then I'll likely have affiliate links as well. They do support me and this channel in what I do, and I'm really trying to ramp up content this year. I'm trying to catch up more on some of these review videos that I'm behind on, but there's gonna be a lot more kind of L-mount and Lumix content coming very soon. So be sure to subscribe if you are interested in that content and you wanna see more content like that and more of this beautiful face and beautiful beard. Until the next video though, happy filming.